Good morning, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibyte. Oh, geez. So before we get going any farther, make sure to hit that like button. If you're returning or new and you're one of the 23% who is not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. We're getting dangerously close to 3,900 subscribers. I believe we're only 41 subscribers away, which means we're only 141 subscribers away. Oh yes, from 4,000. So another major milestone on our journey to our first 5,000 subscribers, and then ultimately our larger goal to get to 10,000. So I want to thank everybody who subscribed already to the channel, and to UB2Sop for sending me this meme. He is my meme genius, and he is back on board. I know he's been busy, but I appreciate you putting in the time and sending me some of these memes. So be prepared or be silent, speechless. Obviously, he listens to my content because I said the exact same thing earlier, and that's why I love my meme genius, UB2Sop, because he knows my shit. So what we're seeing is Bitcoin is pumping, XRP's flat. Basically the same story over and over and over with XRP. So XRP should catch up. XLM's up 7.15%. And it's trying to break out of this tiny little consolidation. And we're going to see very quickly, because it looks like we could be creating some ends of these formations before it ever gets up there. But I think they need to go up with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's come up to where we were saying. It actually hit the top of the symmetrical triangle now. So I expected it to move up like that. With that sideways and up consolidation, they tend to break up, but they end up being bearish reversals. So be very, very, very observant today, because at the end of this, once this decides to reverse, we're running out of space for Bitcoin to go now. It could squeeze up, like I said earlier, and try to finish off a cup and handle up at 59,000. We're awfully close now, but we keep getting rejected at this symmetrical triangle. So it's going to be very tricky, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to pull out into the daily. It's nothing. I've said the exact same thing. That's what I drew out yesterday, because I felt like we could get this little push off the top before we started rolling out. So with XRP, you start following this, and is there room for it? I think so. We're just waiting for a big volume spike. And could we break 123? I think we could get to like 126, 130, but that all depends on Bitcoin not rolling over and XRP having the time to do what it's got to do. XRP, this looks like it would be a pattern that comes down, right? I disagree. I think this held 113 perfectly, and I think that it can come right up to the symmetrical triangle. So if you're looking and saying, Tom, well, what does that mean for profit? Well, from right here, and if you're holding XRP, you're looking at another 9 to 10%. And if it blows off the top, you could be looking at 12 to 15%. This just doesn't seem like a pattern that would end right here. It would at least come up and, try to retouch the top. But I've been wrong before, because Bitcoin has rolled over when it looks like everything's fine, and then it's all downhill from there. DGB is a potential, but like I said, it keeps getting rejected by this downtrending support or resistance on the downtrend. I played this out perfectly for everybody with DGB so that we wouldn't get stuck. And DGB has done exactly what I was saying. It's riding that uptrending resistance or downtrending resistance. I'm waiting for a bust out of it to retest, into some of these areas and maybe push back up to the bottom side of that. But right now, it's not looking great for DGB. A lot of sell volume. There's another one that I've got my eye on that I want to buy so bad, and I'm 50-50 right now of whether or not I'm going to buy it in it still. Because look at that formation. That's the rounding of a of a shoulder. Or you see we got a much larger pattern. I don't know if this is going to be used as a right shoulder. But the way it looks, we had the first come up. We rounded around. We consolidated nicely. I'm looking for a play on ZIL, as long as it holds this, to come back up to there somewhere. So, I mean, if you look at this, XRP, we're looking at 9%. If ZIL holds this and come back up to the top, even if it doesn't and it comes somewhere in here, that's 15 to 25%, maybe even 30% with where it can go, 25%. Because in the area it's in, it could sneak up here. So ZIL has been stagnant. It's behind, and it looks like it wants to break up. It really does. I was very happy with what happened the other day with Tezos. It allowed me to take out like $400 and just throw it into my gold fund. So or my gold, silver. So when I make money on crypto, a lot of times I just buy physical metals. So I was able to take $400 out, and I was able to buy, what was it, about 17 ounces of silver over the weekend, which was fantastic. I think the spot price was about $24 after the upcharge. So I was really happy about that. So that's something that I do. That's a strategy I use. So I'll take it out of my Uphold, buy some gold and silver. And I've been doing it for this entire year through Uphold. That's why I like Uphold, because I have the Uphold card. So it makes it very easy. So just what I'm seeing, guys, fuck it. I took my money out. I bought my gold. And I really believe, and this could come back to bite me in the ass, yes, but I'm going to have a tight stop loss. This is why I take money out and I end up buying my stuff, because then I feel more comfortable in spots like this, because ZIL is 50-50, price 65.35, that it's going to bounce up out of here. It's down 4.27%, but it's been consolidating for days. So I am going to cost myself some money. I took my money out and bought my gold or my silver, so I'm allowed to do this. That's why you see that big drop off right here. That's what happens. And then bam, got my gold. So if you guys know anything about Uphold, it actually counts against you when you take money out. So I'm down like 7% now since I took my money out. But hey, I'd rather be down 7% and have some silver in my safe than be down 7% because I just couldn't pull the trigger to sell. So now we're watching the symmetrical triangle, and to me, just what I'm seeing here in the daily, I think this has a huge chance of breaking up, and I'm riding it. As you just seen, I bought 35,000 shares, about $3,400 and something worth, and I'm going to try to make my money back that I put on my gold and silver. This is what I do. This is how I stay ahead, and this is how I continue to build my portfolio with my physical metals without having to necessarily take out money from the side. I take wins, I take gains that I didn't expect, like with Tezos. I didn't expect it to happen that fast. So what do? I throw it in gold, and then I look for an opportunity. And today's ZIL seems like a great opportunity. If it breaks down, it breaks down. But to me, ZIL looks like it's going to go up one more level. It's been consolidating for days. I mean days, guys. We've been consolidating since up here on October 1st. And now we're October, what are we? The 11th today. So we've been consolidating for 8 days waiting for a breakup. And with this part of the move, it looks like it wants to break up and finish off this pattern. And I can't help that that looks like a left shoulder if you go into this part of the pattern. If you take it out farther, well, one could say that maybe it's starting a right shoulder. So that's why we have to be careful. But to me, I'm willing to gamble. I like to gamble. I have my stop losses set. Well, I don't have it set, but in my head I do. If ZIL were to break, and yes, unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit of a drop. But if ZIL were to break that 9352 technical neckline when it broke up, but it has finished off this first cup and handle. So this is indicative of we did our homework. We were patient. We're watching the market factors. And we're trying to limit the risk. But at the same time, this risk could be huge because if Bitcoin rolls over and ZIL doesn't get its time to do what it's got to do, it could roll over. But I think this is as good a time as any. It's come down from, it was all the way up here to 11 cents almost, and it retraced. So we're buying it at the bottom, ladies and gentlemen, if it's going to pull up and make this a left shoulder, because this is absolutely indicative of something that would come up like this after and then come back down. It just doesn't seem finished to me. And when it doesn't seem finished to me, I'm going to try to ride this cup and handle that would actually finish it in the small scale. So you guys asked me what my play is. My initial target is to see if I can get up to 11.1. Simple, easy. And that's a 14% gain if it can get up there. So that's what I'm watching. That's what I'm doing. I hope this helps. Make sure to hit that like button.